What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Chosen Podcast. I'm Wes with the Chosen Ones, Homo Student Athlete Empowerment. I have a future GLIAC guard. I'm a former GLIAC guard, so I got a future GLIAC guard. We got something in common. But you're going to Wayne State, which is cool. But excited to have you, McKenna. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. We'll get into the Wayne State commitment soon, but congrats on that and congrats so far on the season. But just wanted to see how you're doing and what's been good with you.
We just finished our regular season conference games and we actually went undefeated. So we ended up winning our conference, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope. You guys started out like 2-3, right? And then
Yep.
ran off like 17 straight, right?
Yes. Yep.
Crazy. So talk about that. I guess what clicked for you guys, after that, that third loss, and what turned it around for you guys?
Yeah. So to start off, we lost to three tough teams: East Kentwood,
Mm-hmm.
Hudsonville, and Rockford. So they're all good teams. So
Right.
um, I think one of the main reasons we lost those three was just because of our team chemistry. Um, Going into this season, we had lost three starters from last year, and so
Yeah.
we got some girls moved up, younger classmen, and I feel like we just didn't have that trust there that we did with our past teams. And so
Yeah.
our team chemistry just wasn't the greatest in the beginning of the year. And we were in the beginning we were really quiet team. We didn't talk on offense or defense. We didn't
Mm.
communicate, which as you know, communication is a really big part of the game. And
Yep.
and so I feel just getting the repetition of playing with each other and getting a feel for each other and opening up, doing team bonding. We did fulling I think one day instead of
Okay.
practice, and then we do team dinners on Thursday. So I think just building that trust with each other has just really helped us turn around those three losses and put them into a winning streak, which we
For
have.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that team chemistry,
Mm-hmm.
major key, super important.
Yeah.
And another thing you said is communication
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
talking. That's one thing. I mean, I think girls, women do a lot of things better than guys when it comes to basketball. But
Mm-hmm.
one big thing, huge difference, I think, is communication.
For sure.
Every time I walk into a gym, a girls basketball team, women's basketball team, like the chatter is
Mm-hmm.
super loud.
Yeah.
Guys, I guess sometimes we're just too cool, but I think it's important though. When I think you guys seen it when
Mm-hmm.
you're playing defense on islands, 5 separate islands, or
Mm-hmm.
you got two on the same page, the other three aren't. It
Yeah.
recipe isn't good. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, what did you guys focus on that in practice, or did your coach really key in on that?
Yeah, we really focus on communicating. I still remember this one practice. We weren't talking, our coach was encouraging us talk, you guys gotta talk, and we just weren't, no one was talking, and she's like, all right, on the baseline.
Ah,
So we're on the
it's the
baseline.
worst words to hear.
I know we ran geez, three suicides, and then we're all just standing there breathing so hard, and she's like, all right, are you guys gonna start communicating? Do you guys really want this? And no one said a
Yeah.
word. We thought
Oh my
no
gosh.
one said anything, and so she's like, all right, we're just gonna keep running. So we kept running,
Mm,
and then she sent us into the hallway to regroup and talk amongst ourselves, because and we're like, all right,
yeah.
we got to figure this out. We're not doing any more of this running for the
Straight
practice.
up.
We just got to figure it out and just start talking. And so after that,
Absolutely.
we've really improved on being on the same page and communicating with each other, which is really good.
Word.
Yeah.
That's good. So we'll get into your leadership style a little bit, but I guess your personality type. Are you that person to speak up first, or who? I guess who on the team was that person?
Um, at that point, I remember I was just trying to catch my breath. We just ran so much. I think me or like Lily will usually like be the ones to say stuff just because I think the
Yeah.
girls like look up to us a lot. And so like I feel like we have like
Mm-hmm.
the responsibility kind of just to, like step up and be like, all right guys, like let's go, we got this. But like we really gotta change what we've been doing and like pick it up. So
For sure. For sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of looking up to you, one of my coworkers, she coaches at Ottawa Hills. And I
Mm-hmm.
think they're in the Wyoming. Are you in the Wyoming district?
Yeah. I think they
Right.
just
Yeah. So they just
played.
lost last night.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah. But there's a couple of players on Ottawa's team that look up to you and Lily, like your peers, but they look up
Mm-hmm.
to you like you're like that deal, which you are that deal, you know what I mean? But that's just a testament of how of a player that you are. But I think that's just really cool that peers look up to you.
Yeah.
Um, but that just reminded me of that. But anyway, um, but that's good that you and Lily, kind of answered that call.
Mm-hmm.
That's the answer I was expecting to hear. Being the two best players
Mm-hmm.
and 17 straight. Dang. So
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
So out of that 17, what's been, if you can recall, what's been your most complete game so far?
Um, I'd probably have to say the second time we played against Grand Rapids Christian. So they were
Mm-hmm.
like our first conference game, and like we came out, and we played really well as a team, and
Yeah.
um, but then like the second time around, we were like leading the conference at the time, and they were like second place, like they beat everyone else, and their only loss was like to us. And so like
Right.
we knew like that game was going to be like really tough. Like we had to go out and like execute our game plan and just like um, go out and just play super hard because they were going to like come at us and like want to beat us just as bad this time. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what we did. We came out. They're a tall team, so we knew we had to box out and get boards, and that's what we did. We came out, we got boards, and then we executed on the offensive side and just ended up playing really well as a team and just defeated like one of the better teams in our conference, which was a huge win.
That's dope.
So
That's dope.
yeah.
Yeah. Gotta love those complete games when you're playing
Mm,
32 minutes, full 32 minutes. And
yeah.
yeah. So that's what's up. What's been your favorite game so far?
So actually I'd probably have to say our most recent game. We
Okay.
played Lowell on Friday.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this or not, but I was recently injured.
Oh, I didn't.
Um, yeah, so about I think 3 weeks ago from today, I
Mm-hmm.
like landed, twisted my knee, like messed up my knee,
Mm.
and so
Okay.
had to go get an MRI done, and so I sprained my ACL, which at the time they're like, this is like not a common injury, and so
Right.
I didn't know what to expect. I was like, is this the end of my senior career? Like, we didn't know like if I was going to be able to play in 2 weeks, 2 months. So like the whole week was just
Yeah.
very stressful. And so I just
Mm-hmm.
did like a lot of physical therapy just to get back. And so I ended up missing our game against East on Tuesday. And I
Okay.
wasn't like 100% sure if they were going to let me play on Friday because everyone's like, oh, well, districts are coming up. Like, those are more important. And like, being myself though, I was like I get those are important, but like I just want to go play. Like I haven't
Competitor.
played in a week. Like
Right.
just let me go play. And
Hard sitting out.
I know. And so like before the game I went and talked to my coaches and they're like, hey, like you can play, but we're gonna be cautious, like you're gonna play like 20 or 30% of the game. And like hearing
Okay.
this, I was like I understand because they don't want me to get like hurt again. But I
For
was like,
sure.
I'm just ready to go. Like just keep me in, just like whatever. But I knew that wasn't going to be the case, so I was like, all right, I got to make
Yeah.
the most of how much like the minutes that I'm in for. And
No
so
doubt.
when I was in there, I just went out and played and got hot from the three. So I was 6 for 9 from three during the game.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I ended up playing 9 minutes and had 22 points, which it was just like a big game for me just because like it was my senior night too. So just like
Yeah.
having my family there, like my whole community there, and just like having them being so supportive and just like always been encouraging through my recovery and everything. It was just like a huge, huge game for me.
I'm sorry. My face shows it all. I'm tripping right now. I'm caught up on 22 points in 9 minutes.
Yeah.
You said six threes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my. Like, I love asking this question to people that have hot games.
Mhm.
Did you feel like you were just gonna explode, or I guess when did you feel like you were locked in like that?
Probably. I mean, they just kept leaving me open, so I was like, I mean, if you're gonna leave me open, like, I might as well just shoot it. So I think after like the third one, I was like, okay, just keep giving me the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I'm feeling it now. Like, just pass me the ball and
Right.
I'm in. Like,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
yeah.
That's a good game to senior night.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Um dang, that's some Klay Thompson stuff right there. Cool. Well, glad you're back. Have you heard? Are you gonna like play normal minutes
Um,
tomorrow or
So today I was cleared 100% to practice. I mean, I've been practicing, but they
yeah
been just worried about like fatigue and like my knee and stuff. So I've
yeah
been like taking it easy, like being subbed out first, like taking breaks. And so
okay
today I was actually
okay
like able to like 100% practice, like not be subbed out first, like just go. And so I'm hoping
yeah
by tomorrow that they'll let me go like play the whole game and just like go out and play. So
for sure.
yeah.
Cool. Well, good luck. I
Yeah.
know you'll kill it again. Um, and I know this game has probably been on your mind for the last year. That tough L to Hudsonville last year. How long did it take you to get over that? If you haven't already, or if you have, I don't even know what the right wording is. Are you over that game?
Um, to be honest, I never like get over a loss. Like it always just like is in there. It always
Yeah.
just like stings. But
Yep.
that loss was just like extra like heartbreaking just because like it was a
Mm,
regional game, like a very important game, and like we were
yeah.
playing Hudsonville, who like we know, like I know those girls on the team and like have played with
Right.
some of them and against them, and so like that was just
Hmm.
like the fact that it was like personal, kind of, it just made it even like
Yeah.
even worse. So yeah,
It's hard.
yeah.
That's hard. I was at that game too. It was
It
packed.
was
It
like
was
the
packed out.
atmosphere was like it was insane. Like I don't think I've ever been to a
Yeah.
game where there's been like more people. Like it was
Right.
crazy.
Yeah. It couldn't have gotten the atmosphere couldn't have been any better. It
No, it
was
was
it was super dope.
yeah. The
But
loss was little tough, but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just a learning experience, I guess. Like those losses just like show us what we need to improve on, and like show us that
exactly.
we do need to improve, and like we aren't the best yet, but if
For
that
sure.
comes up again, like if we make it to regionals again this year, which I'm hoping that we can learn
Yeah,
from our past loss and just hopefully make it out on top this time. So
no doubt. No doubt. So I had a heartbreaking loss too.
mhm,
My junior year, I was a junior as well.
mhm.
Um, to Hudsonville too.
Oh,
We
it's
got a lot in
always
common.
Hudsonville.
Always Hudsonville, man. Yeah, we were at that time. We were probably top 5, top 10 in the state.
Mhm,
Um, we started out like 16-0, and then we kind of hit a couple bumps
mhm,
towards the end of the year, but
mhm.
we were still favored to come out
Yeah.
and potentially make the Brez. And we had beat Hudsonville twice that year already.
Oh,
And then you know how it is. It's
yeah.
hard to beat a team 3 times,
Yeah.
and they at the end of the day they just wanted it more than we did.
Mhm.
So it's just what was that? 16 years ago. So I'm still not over it.
Yeah.
So I doubt you'll get over yours. You'll probably be talking 16 years from now to
Probably.
girls or guys that you're coaching and talking about that game. So
Yeah.
like I am. um so it looks like EGR won against Wyoming.
Yep.
Um you guys play them again for
Yep.
the was it second, third time?
Third time.
Yeah. So like I just said, they're hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yep.
So talk about that game and yeah, I guess what are your thoughts going into that?
So yeah, we East they're in our conference, so we've already played
Yep.
them. And so, I mean, playing them again is kind of like an advantage, but also like a disadvantage, because
Right.
like we do know what they do, like their game plan. Like we have all their games, like we've watched them, like film on them and everything, and scouted.
Yeah.
But that also
Yeah.
means that they've done the same for us. Like they've watched our
Exactly.
film, like they know what we do, and so I think just going out and playing our game like we have the past couple games, and like Macy, Macy, um,
Yep. Yep.
we're like best friends. We've played
Mm-hmm.
together on the same AU team and like against each other. So, and she's
Right.
like a great player. So just being able to like contain her as like the leader of that East team, and just like going out and executing our own offense and like doing what we do, I think will be very important for that game tomorrow. So hopefully
For sure.
we can do that and end up with a W. So
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, it's just crazy playing against someone you're so close to,
yeah.
where the stakes are just so
Mhm.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my best friends growing up, Mitch Briggs, he played at Rockford,
Okay.
and we played them in the regionals my senior year.
Hmm.
Again, you don't get over these losses. We
Yeah.
lost on a buzzer beater in my last game
Oh,
against Rockford, and I broke down and cried in front of,
yeah.
I don't know, 1,000 people or so. I
Mhm.
didn't care, but at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, my boy Mitch. Like,
Yeah.
if I had to lose to anybody, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool if it's Mitch, you
Yeah.
know. So
This is like
yeah, it's
our we played they were in our district last year too. So
right, right.
we play all the time.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard to get away from him.
Hmm.
So yeah, talk about your friendship with Macy. How long have you guys known each other?
So we actually played AU together in like the when I first started playing, I think like sixth grade, I think seventh grade, and then
Yeah.
we weren't. I wouldn't say we were that close during that time, and then we kind of like I joined a different team, so we kind of like broke apart,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think it was 2 years ago I decided to come back to NBA, and me and
Okay.
Macy just we just hit it off. Like we have the same goals, we want the same things, like we're very similar. Like we're very competitive. Like we just like to have fun and
Yeah.
like goof around. And so
Right.
we'll go work out together and then go get Starbucks after, like, and just talk, and
Yeah.
like we just have so much fun together.
Man, that's what's up. And to have a friend where you guys got the same goals and
Hmm.
you probably grind together, and
Yeah.
not many people find that,
Mm-mm.
honestly.
Yeah.
Um, so that's amazing. You're definitely blessed. Um,
Hmm.
so I told Macy this. I admire her. I admire like all y'all. From those NBA teams and just watching
Yeah.
y'all play. In my mind, I just
Hmm.
think of like, so there's you, there's Macy, there's um girl from West Ottawa. What's her
Gabby.
name?
Gabby.
Gabby. Yes, my
Yeah.
bad.
Hmm.
Gabby, Maddie,
Hmm.
and then even the class before you, Abby, Theron. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like, did how often did all of you guys just get together in the gym, play open gym, grind together? Like, what did that look like?
Um, so I don't know if we did like we'd have practice and stuff, and all the teams would
Yeah.
be there. And so at the
Right.
end of practices, I mean, we do our own stuff for majority of practice, and then at the end of
Okay.
practice, we do like scrimmaging. So we'd like scrimmage the older team, like Abby and Theron, and like those games, like they were just tough. Like you were playing against like two of the best players in Michigan, like
Right.
they were tough, but like in the end, they just like helped us like improve even more. So playing against them
Yeah.
and like even the younger girls would just like it's just like helped us a lot, which has been like really
Man.
good.
Man. That's dope. I tell people all the time, girls basketball here is absolutely ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
it's so deep. It's so deep.
Hmm.
Not only the NBA girls, but the drive girls too. So it's
Yeah.
just like, man, yeah, you guys definitely put on for West Michigan, no doubt,
Yeah.
no doubt. Um, so let's talk about you a little deeper, I guess. Maybe like in the summertime, what was a typical day like for McKenna Ferguson?
um My summer this year is just going to be completely different because during the summers we were always at like AU tournaments or had like
Yeah,
2 practices
traveling.
a week, and then we're like gone the rest of the week, like traveling and like
Right.
playing. So when I wasn't at AU tournaments, though, I like to sleep in. Like I'd sleep in a little bit, get some rest,
Yeah.
and then I'd probably get like 500 makes up if I could on like the gun, and so
Okay.
just get like my workout in the morning. So then the rest of my afternoon, like I could just relax, go hang out with friends, like do whatever
Yeah.
basically. So that's what I try to do.
That's what's up.
So so it wasn't always
Nice.
all basketball. I need a little break in there too, but
Yeah. Yeah. Balance.
yeah,
Balance is important. I preach that all the time.
yeah,
Um, so Andy from Make Shots, shout out to Andy,
yeah.
showed me a video of a particular gym
Oh,
that is very close to your residence.
yeah.
Can you confirm that there's a gym in your house?
I can confirm.
Man, what's that like? I just
Um,
need to know.
it's just like crazy. Um, so we actually built this house and like moved here. I want to say 4 years ago. So
Okay.
and so this is probably like we talked about like moving probably during my 8th grade year. My parents were like, hey, like, what
Yeah.
do you think about getting a basketball court in your house? And at the time, I was like, oh yeah, like that's cool. Like I didn't really like comprehend like what that would mean because like at the time, like I wasn't like that serious about basketball. I guess like I was still like figuring out if that's what I wanted to do or not. But now that I look back, I'm like,
Sure.
man, like this is just like so like such a blessing. Like I'm so thankful
Yeah.
that I have it. Like it's been such like it's in use like every single day. Like even if it's just like not me,
Hmm.
like just letting other people come in and like shoot and just like work on their game. It's just been like it's just like a huge like opportunity that I was blessed with. So
Man, that's amazing.
yeah.
That's amazing. I showed my boy Josh the video, and he just
Hmm.
his mouth was just open. Like
You can
I
come
can't
visit
believe what I'm
anytime.
seeing.
You can come check it out.
All right. Hey, we'll definitely come through for sure. For sure. My shot may be broke now, but
All
I'm streaky. I'll say I'm streaky at
right.
best. But
We can play some
yeah.
horse.
Sounds good to me. Um, but no, that's dope. When did you get serious, or when did that click for you when you knew basketball was something you wanted to do?
Um, I want to say a little bit into freshman year, sophomore year-ish. So I think I was a little bit later than some of the other girls. Like,
Hmm.
I play softball too. So at the time, I was like, do
Okay.
I want to go play college in softball or basketball? So I wasn't 100% sure. Um,
Yeah.
but softball for me just got like it just started getting boring, and basketball I was just like
Yeah.
getting way more
Yeah.
intense, like just like
Right.
traveling and being with the teams and just like practicing. Like I just fell in love with the game. Like I just love playing now, and so I was like, this is what I want to do. And my parents were like, all right, we're gonna be fully committed to this, and so that's when I started like locking down, like doing training, like doing all this stuff.
Right.
So
That's what's up.
yeah.
That's what's up. Did you get any interest from softball though?
Um, I I started to, but I
Yeah.
kind of just ignored it. Like they don't really start
Right.
recruiting till like junior year, and by that time I was
Okay.
like, I'm not interested. Like I got letters and stuff, and like did like the videos for coaches and stuff, but like
Right.
by that point I was just like, it's not something I'm interested in like pursuing. Like I'd rather just
For
stick with
sure.
what I love and keep doing
Yeah.
that than something I
For
don't
sure.
love. So
No doubt. Yeah, I have no idea what recruiting's like in softball.
yeah,
So,
it's way different.
um, yeah, but that's cool though. That I guess it worked out really good for you.
Hmm.
That you really decided a little later than most
Yeah.
that basketball was something that you wanted to do.
Hmm.
I'm sure maybe like does it feel still like since you decided a year or two ago, does it still feel like kind of exciting to you, like this journey,
Um,
if that makes sense?
yeah, for sure it does. Like, I just love like, I mean, I learn something new every time I go out on the court. Like, whether from like
Yeah.
coaches or like other players or just like watching the game. So like, I'm always still
Right.
learning. like as a player. And so I think that's just like for softball, like softball just came easy to me, I guess. And so like being able to be pushed at something like I'm not the best at, and like being able
Yeah,
to improve and like see improvement has just like been just like really good experience, I guess, and just like been really eye opening. So
that's dope.
yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, because when I think on the flip side, if someone decides like fifth grade, oh, like I love basketball, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, once I got to like 10th grade, 11th grade, it just felt like,
Like a job kind of.
man, yeah, I got tired. I got really tired, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I always wonder, like, someone from your point of view, Gabby, when I talked to her last year,
Mm-hmm.
she said she didn't really get serious and started playing AAU until like high school. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, yeah. So it's definitely a good view to see things from. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, let's get into Wayne State. So you committed, um, and you're headed there in the fall. So what makes Wayne State the place for you?
Um, so Wayne State was actually like my first offer, which
Oh,
is
dope.
so that really like stuck out to me. Like they're the first ones to like believe in me and like take a chance on me,
Yeah,
I guess, which just really like stuck with me throughout the whole process. And so like
Maddie said the same thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I just basically started building that connection with like those coaches and just like really connected with them, and just like the relationship I have with them is just like really great. And just like going down there and visiting like the Detroit, like when you think of Detroit, like some people are like, oh, like Detroit, but like down there, like
yeah,
the atmosphere is actually just like so cool. Like and like all the
right.
opportunities there are down there was just like very inviting for me. So like just like the atmosphere,
Yep.
the coaches, and like I was just like, oh, like this is where I want to go. Like I can see myself thriving down here and like doing good things and like being able to fit into like what they do here and like their program, and just being able to go in and like make an impact right away, I guess too. So
Yeah, that's what's up. Um, yeah, Wayne State. I mean, Detroit is getting better every day.
yeah,
Um,
hmm
when I was in college, it just started to start coming up.
yeah,
More restaurants, more businesses opening, and things like that. Like,
hmm
but we loved it. Whenever we played there, we always ate at what's that place called? Chelly's, I think.
okay,
Um, the hockey players restaurant, but we ate there, and then we just walked around town,
hmm
walked by the baseball stadium and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
um, yeah, yeah, I definitely like Detroit. I know you'll have fun
They
fun
just
going
like
there.
redid their whole arena too, so they now share
I
with like
heard, yeah.
the Pistons G League. And so like um
Wow.
Avery Zeenstra, she plays at Grand Valley. They were
Yeah.
down there recently, and she texted her dad,
Mm.
and her dad told my dad, and it's like they had like a live DJ. Like that atmosphere down there was just so like
Wow.
cool. So that just made me like so much more excited to like get down there and see like what it was all about, and just like everything.
Yeah,
So
that's super cool.
yeah.
That's super cool. Um, and the athletic director now at Wayne, Erica Wallace.
Okay.
So she is a Grand Valley alum.
hmm
Um, she won the national championship while at Grand Valley. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So she's a basketball woman. I'm sure she'll be at a lot of your games. So yeah. Um, my next question for you is what's some advice, I guess, that you received
Mhm.
from people around you and people that have been through it before while you were making such a big decision?
Yeah. So I think the best advice I got, like personally, that really clicked with me was go where you're wanted. Like,
Yeah.
go where the coach wants you, and like wants you just as much as you like want to go there. So like
Yep.
go like to the place, the program where the coaches like make an effort to like build a relationship with you, because for me like the relationship portion of it was like very important for me, because I don't think I can
Yeah.
like go play for a coach who I don't really know that well, like who I don't really trust, like so like,
Right.
I didn't know, so I had to like know and like have a relationship with the coach, just to like confine in my like be able to like confine in them and just like trust them, I guess. And
Yeah.
so
No doubt.
just being able to like find the program where you fit in, and like being able to like go and like see myself playing their style of play, and like having the coaches there like look out and for like my best interest was just something that I really like looked for when deciding like where to go for college. So
No doubt. No doubt. That's great advice. That's great
yeah,
advice. Because I think when you feel like you're in the right place, you feel like, you trust the coaching staff, your
yeah,
teammates, when you're comfortable in the environment, you're gonna play better.
yeah, exactly.
Your grades are gonna be better,
Hmm.
So yeah, that's really good. A lot of people, it's hard. It's easier said than done. Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
I grew up a Michigan fan all my life. If Michigan
Hmm.
offers me, I'm going. And
Yeah.
like, they kind of let that get in the way.
Hmm. For
So,
sure.
um, but sometimes, it works. You're a Michigan fan, Michigan offers it, and it's a good fit for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes that works,
Hmm.
but that's what's up. That's good. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. I'll be paying attention, and seeing how you're doing next year. Um, the only game I won't root for you is when you play Grand Valley, of course, but every
Understandable.
other game, yeah, every other game I'll be rooting for you.
All right.
So, um, last thing, I want to get in some quick hitters. These are just some fun questions to get to know you a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more. So the first one is, if you can think of them right now, 5 athletes that you love watching, regardless of sport and gender.
I never want. I gotta go LeBron James. I've always been like, just like a huge fan. Like, I'm just a huge fan of him ever since I was like little. I've always like looked up and been like, wow, like he's so good.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm a huge Brown fan too.
Yeah.
So whenever I hear that, I get
And
hyped.
so him, Caitlin Clark, like she is just like such a fun
Dog.
player to watch. Like she's just crazy good that like every time Iowa's on, even though I'm like not an Iowa fan, I'm like, man, I just gotta go and
Yeah.
watch her. Like she just like it's just
Oh, you
so
got to,
fun to see
for
play.
sure. I know you saw her shot the other day.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
just
that was
crazy.
wild.
Like I don't know how
Yeah,
she does it.
I don't
Um,
either.
I'd have to say Leah Brown from Michigan. Went and
Okay.
saw her play against Michigan State, and she just like took over the
Mm-hmm.
game. Was just like out there and was just like going like this, and it was just like so fun to see.
Yep.
Mo Joyner from Michigan State. She was
Mm-hmm.
like when I did go to that Michigan game too. She was there, and she just competed so hard and just played so hard, which is something like that I strive to do in my game. Like I always try to give 100% effort, no matter like practice, game, which she looked like she was doing. So she really stood out to
For
me.
sure.
And then
Dope.
Aaliyah Boston from South Carolina. She's just so good too. So
Monster. Monster.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope.
Mm,
That's dope. That's a good 5. That's
yeah.
a good 5. Um, yeah, I love South Carolina.
Hmm.
Not because they're number one every year. I just love yeah, I just love what they do, and I love Dawn Staley.
Yeah,
She's probably my favorite coach, regardless of any sport.
yeah,
Like,
she's great.
yeah, yeah, she's amazing. So that's what's up. Well, that's all I got,
All right.
but that was amazing. So I appreciate you spending a couple minutes with me, and good luck to you tomorrow,
Thank
as
you.
districts kick off. Yeah, so
Thank
tough
you for
game.
having
I
me.
love Macy. I love you
Yeah.
too. So it's gonna be hard. So whoever
Yep.
wins, I'll be happy. So, but yeah, appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow, and hopefully you'll have a long run in the tournament.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Yep. Well, that's another episode of the Chosen Podcast. Appreciate you guys watching it and listening. Until next time, peace.